All right, guys, welcome back again to another exciting one. So today we want to continue from where we stopped by looking at log and HELOC with series. So I'm going to start with log first, and before HELOC, then we'll go to how we can use those two series together, attributes together with series. Okay, so what does log really means? We've been searching or fetching data based on column. Imagine if you want to fetch with rows. Let's say, for instance, I just type import pandas as PD, and I'm thinking of probably importing the word appears data record again. So let me just show you this particular record. So you can see country name, region, all of these things are there. And we have let me say this entire word happiness report. So what we're going to do is let's just say, let me say country just of happy people underscore data frame equals pd dot read underscore csv. Then we're going to say we are logging into data. Then if you log into data, then you will think of the word happiness report. Happiness reports 2021. So if you have this thing is CSV, and let's run it. So if this code runs, then we'll call this country data. You call this country of happy people data. I just give it a date variable and dot add. I just want like 5 of it. Country, yeah, there's country. Then I just want to ensure that everything is the same. You can see we have the index, we have the name. So just take, for instance, we now want to have something like we want to use location. So using loc means you don't want to fetch by column, but you want to fetch by rows. This is column, but we want to fetch by DMARC. You don't want to fetch by country name, you don't want to fetch by region indicator, you don't want to fetch by ladder, you want to fetch by maybe Finland, DMARC. We just want to fetch by rows. So if you want to do that, then you need to look at the rows. Let's say, for instance, we want to fetch by DMARC. Just call the country then dot loc. So but this time around is going to be like square brackets. So if you want to fetch by location, you have to look at the index. So the index is 1. The index of DMARC is 1. The index of Switzerland is 2. So you cannot just type Switzerland. If you type Switzerland or if you type DMARC, it's going to give you, it's not going to display the mark. It's not going to give you the answer. It's not going to give you the entire information about DMARC. Even if you type it correctly, let me just show you. DMARC. So if you type it like this, then it's not going to give you, it's going to give you error. You can see until you use the index. Let's say, for instance, you now use the index. Okay, let's say, for instance, country happy df. All right, country does happy df dot loc. Let's say, for instance, we want to pick DMARC. If you pick DMARC, that means you are going to have country name, region name, ladder score. You're going to have all of these diseases, but you are targeting DMARC only. That is what it means. But DMARC falls under what? 1. So this loc, just put 1 inside. You can see it gives you every single information about DMARC in terms of the country name, in terms of the regional indicator. Imagine that means if you just want information about just one row, so this is how to fetch for it. All right, I believe you understand. Let's say, for instance, you want to combine. You just want to find DMARC to like Netherlands. Denmark till Netherlands. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to say, you know what, because I want the country RP underscore data frame from Denmark, which is 1 to, let's check it out, to 4. You can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4. To 4. Let's say to 4. Let's see what we're going to have. You can see you have Denmark, Switzerland, Iceland. So it's not mentioning Netherlands. So, but when you say it, because the reason is that everything starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it makes it to be 5. So if you say it to 5, that's how it means. So you can see you have Denmark to Netherlands. Yeah, that's it. But sometimes if you want, we've done it before where we want country names to be the index name. We can do it that way by saying, if you want to fetch by Denmark, by typing the real Denmark, the real Switzerland, or any other stuff inside of it, that means you have to make this country name the index. So you have to set it as index. We've done it before. Let me just do it again. Let's say if you now say country underscore happy, and you get df, and then you say then, let me say you just set it to index. If you set it to index, where you set the country name to index, then and you make it in place to be true. If you run it, then if you should run this code, all this number is going to disappear. Then you can see that the index starts from country name. So then you can literally now use this look by planting in all the what, the country, whatever you want to plant. Let's say, for instance, you just want to plant from Lesotho to Afghanistan. So then you can now easily type it like this: Lesotho to Afghanistan. Yeah, this is Lesotho. You just have to copy, paste it there. To Afghanistan, this is Afghanistan. So every information about Lesotho and Afghanistan is what you're going to see. Then, so that's how to fetch by row. So if you fetch this, I think this should work. You can see it work, Lesotho to Afghanistan by country name. Let's say, for instance, you just want to look for Rwanda alone. But when you notice this thing, there's a particular shift in this particular case study. You will notice that anytime I try to fetch more than one, it gives it to me in data frame. Anytime I fetch more than one rule, it gives it to me in data frame. But imagine if I want to fetch Rwanda alone. Let me just copy it and all of this, and I fetch Rwanda alone. Let's see what we're going to have. You can see it's going to be in series. You can see if you want to know the type of data, let's see what type of data is this. Let's take it out. And let me just say close bracket. And I say type. I want to know the type of data this is. Let's check it out. It's just an experiment. You can see it is series. So anytime you are fetching one single role, it gives it to you in series. But anytime you are fetching more than one rows, it gives it to you in data frame. That is what it means. All right, just want you to have this at the back of your mind because this is very, very crucial and important. Yeah, let's just run this. And see it gives it to you in data frame. All right, so this is exactly what I wanted to see when we're talking about lock. So in the next tutorial, we're going to dive in by explaining what a lock really means. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.